Money is the byproduct of becoming a bad bitch. Today, you'll find out if you are still in the victim, good girl mindset, or if you're already in the victor, winner, bad bitch mindset. Hello, my name is Joanna Fatonji. I am a life mastery consultant and I have a background in international business, holistic health, and in my work, I combine neuroscience, social psychology, personal skill development, and wealth consciousness. So let's dive right in. So, if you want to change your identity, you always have to first assess what your current identity is. And identity is built on four pillars. I always like to say it starts with your subconscious mind, what you truly believe about yourself and the world that we live in. So, understand the way you think. The next pillar is the way you feel, and not necessarily the fleeting emotions, but are you confident in yourself? Are you courageous? Can you feel powerful? Those are the feelings that I'm speaking about. Then it is about how you act. How you act also implies how you speak. How do you speak? How do you act? How do you move? Your action is also your body language, the way you move through this world. And lastly, you can see how you have been thinking, feeling, acting in your results. You can see how much money you have made on your account. You can see the wealth in your life, whether it is your health, your relationships, the knowledge that you have, or the tangible money or assets to your name. This is how you can always assess what kind of identity someone has. All right? Good. So, to identify if you are still the good girl, we want to see what the good girl entails. The good girl doesn't know her value. That means she doesn't value her own life, her time, her energy, her knowledge, her perspective, her words, her physical actions, her work. She doesn't value herself, her opinions, and is a people pleaser because she doesn't value herself. She's constantly looking for being validated by someone else. The thing about that is when we are small, when we are children, when we are little girls, we need the validation, the love, the attention from our parents because otherwise we couldn't survive. And these are the conditionings that are in all of us. So don't shame yourself, don't condemn yourself if that has been you or if that still is you. But understand that in order to win in this life, to make money, to be free, to build the life that you truly desire, to make the impact for yourself and others, you need to become a bad bitch. And that is getting rid of your good girl, small girl, naive girl tendencies. So you have to assess, why don't you value your life? Probably because the people in your life didn't make you feel valuable. Now you take responsibility here. This is where you have to now understand that the life you have is in your hands. Nobody's coming to save you, nobody's coming to rescue you. And that starts with you valuing yourself, your life, your energy, your time, your work. Everything about you, everything you do is valuable, and you have to believe it first. The next way you can understand and see if you are a good girl, naive girl, people pleaser is that you have no boundaries. No boundaries means you have no self respect. I always like to say you are like a place, like a country. You are a sovereign being. And in order to not get exploited, you have to set clear boundaries. Boundaries on your time, on your energy, on your actions again. Because otherwise, people are exploiting you. using you, taking up your mind, right? This is why people say somebody is in their head rent free. Yes, you need to take control of what is on your mind. What are you thinking about? Right? Nobody should be there rent free. Only somebody or something that actually gives value to you, right? But you being somebody who doesn't have boundaries means that you are being taken from. You're being taken advantage of. People take your time, your energy, your work, your care, your ideas, your opinions, everything that you give. People take from you without appreciation and validation and compensation. Very important because, again, you are this country full of resources. And if people are just walking in and out without giving you anything back, while taking from you, taking your water, taking your soil, taking your fruits, taking your gold, your diamonds, that is having no boundaries, right? People are exploiting you. They're taking from you without appreciation. And again, even more important, without compensation, meaning you are being paid or exchange value for value. Okay, so number two is check your boundaries with everyone, with parents, with siblings, with family members, even with your children if you have some, with colleagues at work, with friends. There always has to be an equal energy exchange. And number three, the third sign of seeing that you are still a good girl, people pleaser in your victim mindset is that you have no standards, right? One thing is having boundaries, and the other thing is having standards. You accept poor behavior, poor quality in everything. You accept bad food, bad drinks, bad housing, bad clothes, right? You accept a bad working environment, bad treatment, bad behavior, bad or poor compensation. All of that is having no standards. And again, I'm not trying to blame you for that, but you need to take responsibility now if you are still accepting that, right? Because you have to take responsibility for you now. So identify if you are still putting up with something that is not the quality that you truly desire, right? Poor behavior, poor everything. That is having no standards, right? Not for yourself, but also not for others, people, clothing, again, everything, even thoughts, feelings, accepting to be in a bad mood all day, every day is also low standards. You have no expectations of yourself and others. That is how you see that you're still in the victim mindset. The mindset. Now we want to step into this new identity, right? I know it can be painful to first assess that this is how you have been operating up until now, coming from subconscious conditioning because you didn't know better. But now, if you found this video, you know better, and now you want to do better. You need to do better for yourself and your life. Yes? Good. So now we're stepping into the bad bitch. Good. And the bad bitch, number one, knows the value of her life. She values her life, her time, her energy. She values that because that is the number one resource. Again, see yourself as a country, right? You have resources, and the first resource is your life force energy, just being alive. That is your energy. You value that. You value your time. You value your effort. You even value your words, the words that come out your mouth. You don't just talk to anybody. You don't waste your breath on people who don't listen, right? You value yourself, your body. You value everything about you, and you value the things that you have, and you take care of them. That's the first sign that you are a bad bitch. You take care of your health, of your mental health, of your emotional health, of your physical health, of your environment. That is who you are. You value your life and everything in it. And to apply that to the market, because over here we are doing business, okay? So you value your experience and your intellectual property, meaning the skills that you have acquired throughout your life, whether it is in personal settings or in professional settings. You value your knowledge of the world, whether it is cultural knowledge, because that many times comes from the background that you come from. And culture is not only ethnical culture, but whether it is a certain sports culture, um, corporate culture, music culture, different cultures, different environments mean different cultures. You value that about yourself. And again, you value your intellectual property. You value what you know and you make use of it instead of thinking that's nothing. It is something. We always want to value what we already have. Good. So you value yourself in the marketplace and you know exactly what you bring to every table. Number two of being a bad bitch, I think you guessed it. You have boundaries. The strictest boundaries on access to you, because again, your energy alone is valuable. Your energy, your attention, where you put your attention. So you won't let just anybody or anything capture your attention, because you decide who and what you want to give your attention to. You value your energy, you value all of that, and you put boundaries on it, right? Again, the analogy of the country. If you have a valuable, luscious, fruitful country, and you know if you tend to it and you take good care of it, it will give you everything you need in order to live and to thrive in this life. And that's exactly what you are. You are this beautiful soil. And if you tend to yourself, you are going to produce the fruit that will in return bring everything back to you that you truly desire. So you protect that. Boundaries are protection. So you don't let anybody steal your energy. Also not men, no casual sex over here, not even sex with your boyfriend. Like somebody has to reinvest in you if they want any kind of access to you, your energy and your body. No wasting your time. You have boundaries on your time. You have boundaries on your words. How much are you sharing with others? Yes, because you need that energy in order to water your soil. So, boundaries with everything, because you are a valuable resource. And number three of being a bad bitch, you have the highest standards. And that also goes for yourself. You have the highest standards and the highest expectations for and on yourself, meaning you only accept the best quality that is available to you now. The best quality water, the best quality food, the best quality materials for your clothes, the best quality in body lotion, the best quality in skincare, in makeup. And the best quality for me always is not the highest price. No. It is natural. It is organic. It is that what the soil brings. Yes, oils, natural. The more natural it is, that is high quality. Not all of the chemicals and all of the things that are not designed to be on our skin. So that is quality. The best quality behavior, the best quality of people who have culture, who know how to treat you, who treat you well, which doesn't mean people pleasing, right? Sometimes somebody has to tell you that's not the way you do it, or somebody has to confront you for something. That's okay. But somebody who's genuinely here to be a friend to you, or people who are willing to get you ahead, that is the kind of quality that we accept. Money is quality, right? Because money creates the quality of life that we desire. So, yes, we're looking for people who bring money, whether it is clients or men, or even with friends. It's an exchange, not necessarily of money, but of resources, of time, of energy, of attention, but also a little gift here and there, sharing food. All of that is an exchange of quality. So we want to have the highest standards. And this is where it all begins. It all begins with mind. As I said in the beginning, a bad bitch is an identity. Identity gets formed by the way you think, what you truly believe at the core of your being about yourself, and that is being valuable, right? That is what you believe, and that's what you think, and that will translate in how you feel, how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you move, how you interact with the world, and ultimately, it will reflect your results, the quality of the results in your life. So, no, a bad bitch is not an evil person. A bad bitch is a woman who knows her worth, who has strict boundaries on herself and others, and who has the highest expectations. And this is the bad bitch. And that is how you make money and create a life that you truly love. If you want support in creating the life that you truly desire, get over to my free Skool community where you find free resources that will help you kickstart your bad bitch journey. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, apply for enrollment for the next Life Mastery cohort, working one-on-one or in a group session with me. I'm looking forward to hear from you and see you in the next one.